everybody. Welcome to the feed. Welcome back. And did you miss us? I'm Lisa Griggs. I'm Lisa Lopez Griggs. I'm one of the co-hosts here at the feed, Faces of Epilepsy Every Day. This is a show for you, those that are epileptics, and also people like myself who are caregivers who love those with epilepsy. So we want to welcome you in today. We have an exciting show for you. But before we do that, I want to just let you know a couple of things that are going on. One is we are still giving away our beautiful beanies. Okay, so we want to make sure, yes, that you know all about that. So make sure you go to facesofepilepsy.me. It's our community on Facebook. We just hit over 1,700 people in our group in Faces of Epilepsy. Yes, so excited. And it's really been just an awesome, awesome journey. We also have one other really exciting announcement, and that is that our book, Surviving SUDEP, What Your Neurologist Won't Tell You, is coming along. And so excited about that. So we are getting closer to getting that finished and making sure that we get it into the hands of all of you in this amazing community. You know, epilepsy is affecting over 50 million people worldwide. And right now it's getting very little attention. There's still a huge stigma attached to it. There's just a lot of shame still, surrounded by it. And it gets such little funding in comparable to other diseases, with regard to chronic illnesses. So we want to thank you. We want to thank the audience today for just all that you guys have done. You are such warriors. You're warriors. You're champions. And your voice can really, really make a difference. And that is why Michael Hall, our producer, who you might see today on the show, has done such an amazing job with putting this platform together. And we've missed you this week. Michael, unfortunately, had a grand mal seizure at the beginning of the week, and it threw some things off in his life. But as you know, the show must go on. So today we have something very, very exciting. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting this young man in one of the groups on Facebook and another epilepsy awareness group. And he went on there just to introduce himself. And I noticed that he was from Cleveland, Ohio. And I thought, you know what? I need to interview him. I need to connect with him. He has such a presence about him. And I think what I love so much about his story is that his life takes on the character of someone that, even though they're facing epilepsy and the challenge of epilepsy, they're still doing something that by all means, by all odds, you would never imagine in a million years. And so I think that his story really demonstrates resilience. It demonstrates discipline. It also demonstrates the refusal that he is limited by, his epilepsy. There's just no limitation to what he can do. And I think that while many people see epilepsy as an obstacle and maybe something to kind of, close yourself down and shut yourself away in your room and, just kind of isolate yourself, this is a young man that is literally out there doing things to not only, inspire others and bring awareness to epilepsy, but also show you today that you can do it all, especially in the area of sports. So we are going to bring on right now to the show, help me welcome Mr. Ashton Callahan, all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. So excited to have you on today, Ashton.
Hi, how are you?
Doing amazing. First of all, Mike kind of stole my thunder with regard to your hair because we were talking, in the green room right before the show. Your hair is absolutely amazing. Love the whole thing that you have going on. You're just totally owning that. And, you're so gracious. We want to just thank you so much for doing this interview with us. We know you rescheduled. I think you also might have had a grand mal seizure at the beginning of the week. So I'd like to ask you about that. But while we get right into it, because there's so much to unpack, why don't you tell us where and how you got into fighting? Did that play a part with your epilepsy journey? Because obviously you had a grand mal on Monday, but yet you're still in the rink this week.
Yeah, so pretty much I would say the seeing other people not let that kind of stuff stop them and still get to the top definitely helps. So there's a there and having a big support team and you know just team to train with in general. But there's a dude um, out of Columbus and out of Grove City, BJJ, and his name's Josiah Harrell. Um, he's a dog, and he had brain surgery, um, not because of epilepsy, but he did have a horrible brain surgery and still ended up fighting in the UFC a couple of weeks ago, and is now back coaching. So he's a great dude. But being able to reach out to my team and people around me that I train with right after that kind of thing, and them adjusting to it, because there's other people that are in fight camp, and I definitely play a big part of it. So if I have a seizure, that definitely I takes a part on their toll on their fight camp, because I have to pause. But um, yeah, definitely having all the support from everyone in the MMA community.
That's so awesome. What an inspiring story. So was he a mentor to you, or did you just was fighting something that you just loved? And you were epileptic? I mean, what kind of tell us, take us through the beginning of your journey of when you were diagnosed with epilepsy.
So actually, I actually never even got to tell you that part yet. So back in like the first grade, um, I had only focal seizures, and um, pretty much we would just be talking, and out of nowhere I would just stop and then like come right back into the conversation like nothing happened. So they kind of thought it was weird and ended up getting it checked out, and that's what they said it was. um, Kind of never like really did anything about it. I mean, I took medicine, but as I got older I kind of hate it. So um, you know I kind of stopped, but I grew out of it. And then um, when I turned like 17, I was staying over my uncle's house for the weekend, and I randomly just had a pretty big seizure, um, and it was while I was sleeping. So pretty much, I've had them since like actual big grand mal seizures while I'm sleeping since like my senior year. Um,
Okay.
and kind of with that, um, like I don't know, it just kind of it definitely it gets in the way sometimes. But I don't know, I just started wrestling at a young age, and I saw a lot of guys around me, and um, honestly, like I was trying to kind of find my way, and I always wrestled, and but I ended up playing college hockey, and I played at Cleveland State, and I ended up realizing that I'm not going to the NHL. Those Canadian kids have it. So um, I am a better fighter, and I have a lot more fun doing it, and hockey started to feel like a job. And so, all my friends were telling me, yeah, come train, and then epilepsy got in the way. Well, so then it kind of took me down like a rabbit hole, and I was just angry at the world and didn't know really what to do. And so I found one of my friends that ended up having a fight, and I went to his gym, and he's like, my guy didn't show up. You want to come train? I was like, yeah, I'll do it just this once. Just this once turned into his whole fight camp, and ended up going to it. And so I met my coach, and my coach was the main event. And so, right after that, I ended up going to Mexico, uh, I came back the next day. Came back, and I went right to my coach's house. Um, it's an hour and 40 minutes from Menor to Massillon, and I just there was definitely, I told my mom there's nothing that's gonna stop it. So I ended up getting there, and I was like, wow, uh, what is this? And my coach, he goes, whoa, I thought you said you were gonna help me build a gym, and I'm like, what? I thought I was coming to train. And so from the start, it became just one day to help one person train to every single day. Then I got to my coach's gym, and just coming to train became building the whole gym. And so then we ended up forming the whole team. And I kind of just never turned back because I don't know how accepting
Yeah.
Antonio it was. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know, it just took me, it kind of is like a guide in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So did you feel like fighting came natural to you? Did you feel like you had a gift? Because it sort of sounds like you had a gift right when you got in there. I mean, did you did you know you were going to, because the transition from hockey to fighting, it seemed like you had a real gift in fighting.
So it was
Did it
more,
take your mind off the epilepsy?
yeah, it was more trying to find, I guess, an outlet,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
then uh, like guidance, and
Mm-hmm.
then you know everything that I didn't know I was looking for. I
Mm-hmm.
guess Antonio had, so I kind of just stayed, and um, yeah, I don't know. I think it kind of was more of more of if somebody, he was like, if somebody with like Josiah can do it, then there's no reason you can't. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess so.
How important do you think that fighting is as an outlet to you now with regard to your epilepsy?
So it's definitely you know a way, I guess, of life once you get
Mhm,
into it. And now I don't know. I don't think I could imagine without it, because
mhm,
um, it's more of it's more of like, it's a different outlet, like that
mhm,
family can't give you. Like
mhm,
even if you have a supportive family, right? Like
mhm,
it's a different outlet that they can't give you. So it's like, um, if I have one, I'm definitely looking to talk to somebody that I train with,
mhm,
and at least let them know what's going on. So then, and it also keeps it safe for everyone.
mhm,
And and if I don't tell them, then they would obviously get pretty upset. So, um, you know, just kind of, kind of telling anyone was
mhm,
what
mhm,
was the biggest problem for me, because I would
mhm.
have it and then I wouldn't tell anyone, and then
Right.
like my mom would be like, well, what happened? Why is your face all like that? And I'm like, well, did you have a seizure? No. Yeah, I did. Well, so it was pretty much um, like I just didn't want people to know, and I guess having all of them around made it okay to talk about it. And
Mhm.
um, like, it's kind of crazy. My coach and my teammates, it feels like, care more than the doctors do. So
Have you ever had a seizure while you were in the ring?
no,
Never. While you've been training?
no.
Would you encourage others to take up, a combat sport that have, neurological challenges, chronic
Uh,
illnesses like epilepsy? What are your thoughts around that?
So, I mean, a lot of people that do it, they would tell you that you shouldn't, or well, no, that don't do it. Like, parents and
Hmm.
family, they'll tell you, well, don't you think that's a negative effect on it? Well, it
Hmm.
is,
Hmm.
but also not having an outlet is 10 times
Hmm.
worse. And I don't
It's
know.
good.
I feel like you definitely. It depends on the level. of
Yeah.
your epilepsy for sure, and
Mm-hmm.
how controlled it is. So
Mm-hmm.
personally, mine is only while I'm sleeping, and
Mm-hmm.
so I know that it won't happen during or while I'm training. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that I think that it's definitely something that a lot of people um, would find guidance in, and on top of that, it just I don't know. I think jujitsu would be the
Mm-hmm.
first step. If you are worried about taking blows to the head, jujitsu is
Mm-hmm.
definitely the
It's good.
first, because you're not going to take any strikes. It's just going to be all wrestling and submissions. And then if you do feel like it's too much, all you got to do is and it's over.
That's
Um,
right.
so I don't know. I think that's definitely the first step, and if that goes well, then figure out what the next one is. But yeah, I think all all men should be able to defend themselves at the least.
Yeah. And I actually think that women do really well in jujitsu too. I love jujitsu. And I have my own little game going on, like it makes me feel very confident to know at least that if I put a woman in my side guard and she doesn't know jujitsu, she's probably not going to get out. You know what I mean? And I think that gives us a sense of confidence, that we can defend ourselves in some ways. And if I was mounted by a man, at least I know that I could get out of it, potentially, right?
Yeah.
Or at least know how to. I love that you said that about the jujitsu piece. What I want to do is I want to bring Mike, our producer, on because he has interviewed so many fighters, and I think this is a really great thing that you're talking about. MMA and sports as an outlet for epilepsy. We have never, Mike, done a show around this, and I have chills all over my body, Ashton, because I really believe that this is a message that men and women need in the community because they need outlets. And Mike, I don't know that they always know that it's okay to do these kind of sports. Now I know you are also a big advocate for MMA and fighting and jujitsu and different things. What are your thoughts around this, Mike?
Yeah, and one thing I do want to bring up, and I want people to keep in mind, is that you also don't have to take blows to the head. You can really help out as somebody who does training work, holding pads. You don't have to be the fighter. And man, more than anything, like Ashton was talking about, and I hope people caught this,
Mhm.
was like the community and the fact that he's got men that are good men in his life that are encouraging him to stay focused, stay disciplined. Men that are holding him accountable in the best way, that are going, bro, I need you. I need you to show up for me. I need you to help me with my, you know what I mean? I need you to hold the pads. I need you to make sure I'm good. I need you to be my cut man. There are
Mhm.
so many things you can do in the fight game and be around other men that will encourage you to be disciplined, be consistent, be
Mhm.
the best man you can. And you don't have to be the fighter, but you can have that community and you're needed. We need good cup men. We need good trainers. The one thing I realized when I started, hanging around my fighter friends, they're like, man, what we need are good trainers, dudes willing to hold pads, dudes willing to show up and help the
Mhm.
younger generation, because they need that. And so you can be a part of it without necessarily just being a fighter. And like you said, jujitsu is great as well.
Mhm.
But you can also train if you want to get in there. It's great physical fitness. As you know, every study in the world shows that if you're doing things like this, just hitting the bag, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Running the drills, you're going to feel better. It's going to fight
Mhm.
depression. And I don't know, Ashton, do you take any medications for your epilepsy?
Awesome.
No, good, good.
That's good. That's
A lot of
awesome.
people who do take medications, those medications come with that heavy side effect of
Mhm.
being depressed. Depression is a big part of that, man.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so, being in the gym, being around dudes who encourage you to be your best, that's to me one of the best remedies for the depression and some of the side effects of epilepsy. Absolutely. So Ashton, I was going to say, man, are you a belt in anything? Like, do you have a belt?
No, blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
Awesome. You're a jiu-jitsu guy. I was going to ask also, do you consider yourself more of a ground guy or more of a stand-up guy, a little bit of both? Or like, I mean, I know you got to be well-rounded, but what do you consider, like, what do you like the most?
I don't know. I like kickboxing and Muay Thai more, but I think I'm definitely a better wrestler. Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's important in MMA if to train everything. Like, I'll compete and I guess whatever comes, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, whatever.
Right. Very cool, man. Yeah. Leg kicks are no joke. I wish people understood leg kicks, bro. I think
Yeah.
it's so funny. Everybody likes to talk big, but every man who talks big, I'm like, you need to walk into a gym and let somebody give you just one solid leg kick. When you walk out of there limping, like, I was wrong, man. I was wrong.
Yeah, I've seen some nasty. There's I don't know. Do you know who Stipe is?
Of course, I know Stipe Miocic. Of course,
Yeah,
man.
so a lot of my good friends train at his gym, and one time I was there, and there was just some kid that came in off the streets, and he's like, "I'll let you kick me in my leg one time," and then, you know, he did it. He did it. He did it in the back of the kid's leg, so he wouldn't hurt him, and the kid was, no, that wouldn't. So then he did it for real, and there was a bump the size of a softball on the kid's leg within like 10 minutes. I was like, oh my god.
That blood hematoma, and he's lucky he didn't crack his leg. I mean, how many times have you seen a leg snap a bone, man? That's because, dude, that's awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a 6'4", 300-pound man.
And leg kicks are like baseball. The way I explain it is like, let somebody just swing a baseball bat full bore, hard as they can at your leg. Like, that's the closest you're gonna get to a leg kick, man. That's how it feels, right? So, yeah. That's awesome. So, right now you are in a camp helping. You got a fighter you're working with. They got a fight coming up.
Yeah, I got a couple different guys that are coming up, and so my coach, he's looking to get back into the BKFC here pretty soon.
Nice.
He just had a fight with the BKFC a couple of months ago, so hopefully before summer.
Very cool, very cool. And are you thinking about fighting anytime soon?
Hopefully May 23rd. If it does happen, it'll be in Tucson, Arizona. But hopefully.
Very cool, man. Yeah, I got my boy Motor City MMA definitely looking at you. You don't have to go as far, at least, if you get a fight on that card, man. What weight are you fighting at?
155.
155. I like it. Fast, deadly. Some of the best fights ever at 155, man, ever in the history of fighting. Who's your favorite fighter of all time? Well, it's hard to. How about give me three? Who are your top three?
Oh, so I would say number one has to be Khabib.
Sure.
Number two, out of Cleveland, Ohio, Chase Arcangelo. He has his first pro fight May 23rd for Cage Thunder.
Let's go.
And then Antonio Castillo Jr. And then probably Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, Islam is up there, man. Absolutely. Man, I loved Izzy for so long, man, but I guess he's just like, he doesn't care whether he wins or loses anymore. Yeah, man. Well, it's like, what is it? He's one of the last five.
Yeah,
1 in 5 like in his last 6.
But he's also like 38 years old. So as long as his bank account's blessed, I don't think he cares.
Fair enough. Hey, man, it is what it is. But he was just so good back in the day. But I go back, man. I love me some George St. Pierre, Mighty Mouse. Love Mighty Mouse. He's amazing, man. So, and shout out Mark Coleman, the homie. We love you, Mark. The creator of the Hammer Fist. You know what I mean? The creator of the Hammer Fist, Mark Coleman. We love it. So.
Does that mean like this?
And on top of that, He is a hero. He did save his parents from a burning house, just so
Yes.
everybody does know.
Yeah. And another thing, not for nothing, we love Mark Coleman. He also, man, had, his demons and fought them, overcame addiction and, you know
Mm.
what I mean, depression, to do amazing things, to go on and do things with Pro League Network, going around the world doing awesome stuff.
Any
So,
video that you see of Mark Coleman, at the end of it, he's gonna say, "Sober is cool."
yeah, sober is cool. um, man, he's the best. We love us some Mark Coleman. So do me a favor as we come around the corner here, Ashton. Tell the people how and where they can find you, where they should look
Mhm.
for you, that kind of thing
Mhm.
there, so we know.
Yeah.
So my I do use Instagram. My Instagram is yfn.treylo. So it's yfn.treylo. And um, yeah, I'm fighting out of Cleveland. So
So IG is where the people should find you. What's the name of your gym you're fighting out of?
it is called the Mayans Fight Team. It's a private fight camp.
Okay, you can't just go there.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Hey, hit me with your IG handle one more time.
yfn.treylo.
I like it. And boom. Oh, it says no results. I must have. Oh, you know what? Because I put a dot in there. Sorry about that. Okay, great. And while I pull that up, Lisa,
Yeah, I wanted to ask one question, just based on what Mike's been saying. But what do you tell yourself then on like your hardest days? Is there an edge that you have, to help you get through with regard to your epilepsy and fighting?
Pretty much that if I was in front of anybody that I trained with, not any of them, wouldn't let me quit. So on days that I've came into the gym and even after a seizure and I didn't think I could do it. Like these guys have believed in me when
Hmm.
I haven't believed in myself. So
Hmm.
any time that it happens, I kind of think what would I do if they were right in front of me.
And you're in these groups, Ashton. What compelled you to introduce yourself in the groups
Um,
and say hi to everybody that has epilepsy? I mean, what was a driver for you?
um, so pretty much trying to find other like-minded people that on top of not only have that kind of they have that kind of battle every single day, that they can at least hopefully find an outlet in trying to compete in some type of MMA, and even if they don't compete, at least for the physical activity and the guidance.
So awesome. And you don't mind talking openly about your epilepsy with those that you're fighting?
No, no, not at all. I mean, um, yeah, I mean, I've seen some, pretty much it. Most people they're pretty supportive about it, but a lot of people in the MMA community are also pretty weird. So
Hmm.
if they weren't supportive, they probably were weird in some way, shape, or form. So I probably wouldn't really care. But most people are always supportive about it.
So no shame in your game.
No.
I love it. Well, Mike's got your Instagram pulled up, and man, it looks awesome. I hope that everyone listening in today will go and follow you, really watch your journey. We're so proud of you. We're so grateful that you came on the show today. We know you're doing a lot of training and you've got this big upcoming fight. And if there's one thing that you would want to leave everybody with, what would that be today?
Um, Honestly, if you're, if you're going through it, even showing up to an MMA event would definitely help out a lot. You'll find a lot of guidance and maybe even find a different outlet.
I love that. And I don't know what purple epilepsy car you just got into, but purple is the color of epilepsy awareness. We love that you're in a purple car. How appropriate is that? And couldn't make that up. So we just thank you today. I don't know, Mike, if you have anything else you want to say. I think this has been an incredible interview. Ashton, I am so grateful that we got to meet you. I'm excited that you're going to be in the book, Surviving Setup. And I think that you have a lot of value to contribute to the epilepsy community for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ashton, for taking a little time to drop in with us. We want you to come back. Want to remind everyone tomorrow night, 9 p.m. with Enrique, we'll be doing the live feed hangout for everybody to drop in and hang out. And definitely we're going to be supporting Ashton. I want to thank you, Lisa, for everything. I'm excited about the book. It's going to be huge. It's going to be amazing. I am excited about the book and everything we're doing there. Want to wish you safe travels. And yeah, I think that's about it from me. We'll let you close it out. We'll call it a night.
Yeah, make sure everybody, thank you, Mike. This has been an amazing show. I want to make sure that everybody knows, the Epilepsy Foundation of America raises over $16 million a year. 37% of that $16 million is paid towards salaries. And I just want to say to you all today that are listening to the feed, that are in the groups of Faces of Epilepsy, on the lives, a part of the stories and the journey and the books that we've just began to just scratch the surface, the legislation that we're trying to get passed right now with seizure safety in schools, and the incredible net and community that you are a part of and that we are advocating and building here is all done by volunteers. None of us are getting paid. It's all a passion project, and it's something that we love and we care very deeply about. So make sure that you share our message, like our posts, comment, come hang out in the lives, and share about what we're doing, because this is a grassroots organic effort, and it's spreading all across the globe. And so with that said, love you much.